Welcome back to Business 101. Today we're going to look at the key success factors when doing innovation management in a company. So please follow this video, key success factors to innovation management. And we've got 6 of them. Now the first is constant improvement. So you want to make sure that you have a culture of constant improvement. But make sure that you do not believe that success looks like what people think it looks like. It's much more obscure, and you'll have setbacks, and that should be a part of your culture, that setbacks are okay. The second thing, which is really important, is you always think about creating value. So your culture in your company has to think about creating value for your customers. Now I just here show the 7 P's of service marketing, because this is really looking at saying how can we create more for our customers in the center. But of course it goes far beyond that. It's everybody in the company should be aware of that the customers are the ones we're helping, and the customers should get value. Then you should also incorporate a lean startup model. The lean startup model is actually a fairly simple model because it's a build, measure, learn feedback loop. So you'll build new product, you'll measure, then you'll learn, and then you'll build again. And this is basically a loop which goes on and on and on. And you'll use this as part of creating new products, or just creating new services, or creating value for your customers. This is a key thing. It also implements here that you're gonna have that way of learning all the time. You're looking at how to learn, how to have success, because it's a loop and it keeps on going. Build, measure, learn. You just keep on doing that. It's an everlasting process. Then we've got the resource allocation. The most common resource allocation is Google's 7-20-10 model. They're looking at 70% goes to core initiatives. These are, of course, initiatives which you already are really grounded. They already create value to your customers, and they're going to be keeping on creating value to your customers for a long time. This is where you spend 70% of your resources. 20% go to adjacent initiatives. They are, of course, well on their way. They are well on their way to also be part of the value creation. And then you have 10% to transformational initiatives. And here you want transformational initiatives going to transform something. It might be a product, industry, totally. And you want to allocate 10% of your resources to making products that might even transform your whole business. And this is basically because you want to make sure that you are also being up to date and you are following the newest tendencies within your industry. And then there's the company culture. The company culture, basically, if you're looking at the 4 other parameters and you already got that, the company culture will have a bigger opportunity actually also to look like this. Now, first of all, you want active opportunity management. You want adequate funding of ideas, leadership role modeling, stretch goals and higher performance, external stimulus, controlled madness. I love this. Make sure that it's okay to be a little bit mad, but have it under control. Collaborate all over. That creates more better ideas. There should be stories everywhere within your culture. Stories are what fuels the ideas. You should also be humble. And at last, there should be room for craziness. Now, if you're able to have this kind of culture inside your company, then you're able to create innovation because it will be all right to fail. You won't get measured on your failures, but management will help you. And whenever there's a success story, this story will go on forever. This story will be told all over the company. And there might even be a chance that a lot of people in the company will feel as if it's a part of their story. This is the culture you want to build. And at last, you want to give your employees the right amount of freedom. So you always have a control versus freedom issue in a company. Now, the more freedom you give, the higher the possibility of having workers not doing anything. The more control, the more you're sure that they're doing what you want them to do. The problem is, of course, with control, they'll do what you want them to do, and that might not necessarily always be the best. So you want them to give them the possibility also of being free to create new and innovative thoughts. But if you give them too much freedom, well, then it might be a problem. So this is really something hard, and this is something management should look at all the time. They should probably look at it from employee to employee, from culture to culture, how much freedom and how much control should we work with in this company. Thank you very much for watching. These 6 key success factors are very, very important. Now, they're not easy to implement, any of those. So if you want to implement this in a company, it's going to be a long struggle. But if you're able to create this kind of innovative environment, it's going to be very, very good for your company. And it might be a catalyst for success in your company. So cheerio and bye.